You're watching ABC10 Plus Tonight.
Hello, I'm Laura Painter. You're watching ABC10 Plus Tonight. A community gathers to pay their respects to fallen Marysville police officer Osmar Rodarte. Then West Sacramento officially welcomes the Athletics ahead of the home opener Monday. How they plan to help businesses. ABC10 Plus Tonight starts right now.
We start tonight with the shooting death of Marysville police officer Osmar Rodarte.
We have team coverage tonight, including the latest on the investigation.
But we do want to start with the emotional procession honoring fallen officer Rodarte. ABC 10's Jeannie Nguyen was there.
This has really rattled the community. This is something that should have never happened.
Disgusted by the violence, Bill Olar says it was important for him to show up to honor the life of Marysville police officer Osmar Rodarte Thursday morning. The procession started at the Lakeside Colonial Chapel and ended at a morgue in Roseville.
I woke up this morning and I said I'm going to take my flag and I'm going to go down there and I'm going to pay my respects to that officer and let them know that we care about this, and hopefully, with God's help, this will never happen again.
As a longtime Yuba City resident, Andrea Quintana had a hard time recalling the last time an officer died so close to her community.
I can't remember a time like this when one of our officers, that this happened, you know. And it's sad. It's sad, and it's you know, he's so young.
Officer Rodarte was shot and killed while serving a search warrant in Olivehurst that was part of a years-long investigation into a drug trafficking operation. His death marks the first line-of-duty death in more than a century for the Marysville Police Department. For Barbara Overton, she says this hits too close to home.
I'm here to support the officer that passed away, and my daughter and her wife. They both work with the officer. You just never know when they leave in the morning.
A community in pain, but staying united as they try to heal, hoping this never happens again. In Marysville, Jeannie Nguyen, ABC 10.
Jeannie, thank you. Officer Rodarte graduated from the Sacramento Police Academy in June 2022. Sacramento police say he exemplified the definition of a hero.
The investigation into the deadly shooting is still very active. Today, we're learning more about why police were even in that neighborhood. ABC 10's Gabriel Porras is live in Marysville with the very latest tonight.
Well, Chris, the Marysville Police Department is effectively closed today. People have been gathering at this memorial outside all day and dropping off flowers. The Yuba County Sheriff's Office is handling all the department's calls for service today as its officers take time to grieve. The Sheriff's Office is also the agency that is handling the investigation into how a guardian of the community lost his life while trying to make it safer. Now, Officer Osmar Rodarte was part of the Yuba Southern Narcotic and Gang Enforcement Task Force, a specialized team serving a search warrant at a home on Kestrel Court in Olivehurst. The warrant was part of a years-long investigation into an alleged operation moving meth and fentanyl from Mexico to the United States. The search was one of 20 happening the same day across the region. We are learning that at least 6 people were arrested during the other searches in nearby communities, but that attempt went horribly wrong. Investigators say an exchange of gunfire left Officer Osmar Rodarte and a suspect dead. That person has not yet been identified. Today, we spoke with people who live in the neighborhood and described those moments.
My wife and I were sleeping, and we heard just this loud noise. It went boom. I mean, it was loud enough. I mean, even though it was across the street, it was loud enough to wake us up. Kind of shaking up a little bit about that.
Being in the neighborhood today, you can tell people are really shaken up. Everyone we talked to has said it's normally quiet there. There weren't many people out today in the area, and the home where it all unfolded is sealed off. The investigation is still in its early stages, and so is the grieving process here. Officials tell us that they are still working on future plans to have events to honor the fallen officer's life as this memorial here at Marysville continues to grow. Live in Marysville tonight, Gabriel Porras, ABC 10.
And our thoughts are certainly with the family during this very difficult time. Gabriel, thank you.
Athletics players say they're excited to play in West Sacramento, even with all the changes surrounding the organization.
Yeah, that's what they told ABC 10's Matt George. He has a closer look at the A's excitement and expectations for this coming season.
For 29 MLB teams, spring training is business as usual, preparing for the rigorous 162-game regular season schedule, not to mention the playoffs and World Series beyond. But for the A's, their spring training home, Ho-Ho-Cam Stadium in Mesa, Arizona, is the only thing familiar because starting in March, they will call Sacramento and its fans their new home. And while there's a lot of unknown in store for A's players, a few did get a taste of what Sacramento sports fans are like when they sat courtside at a Kings game earlier this year.
I had a great time. I mean, the fans were welcoming. All the people there were welcoming. I mean, even at the Kings game, like you said, I mean, the people there were there for a basketball game, but, they were still acknowledging us, welcoming us as being the baseball team coming in town. Food was great. I mean, I had a blast. Pretty sure if they love the basketball team, they're going to love the baseball team and whatever team they get in the future. So, I mean, I'm excited. I'm sure they're going to bring all the electricity and, bring some good atmosphere.
Yeah, I mean, a very clear passion exists, right? From that fan base for the Kings was very evident. They love their teams, they love their sports, and we're looking forward to getting to experience that firsthand. It was awesome. People were very welcoming to us. I was very impressed with that. I think we all were. Just the amount of people kind of, at the game specifically and around the city approaching us, saying hello, telling us how excited they were for us to be coming there and having a team to come root for was awesome. So I think it made us ready to get there and start playing.
New fans, new stadium, but no new excuses. Despite everything happening around the organization, inside that locker room, A's players are confident in their ability to provide their temporary new home with winning baseball. In fact, to them, there's no reason they can't compete for an AL West division title.
All right, Matt George, thank you. The city of West Sacramento is officially welcoming the Athletics ahead of the home opener on Monday.
Yeah, city officials say West Sacramento is ready for the national stage and they want to host Major League Baseball permanently. ABC 10's Devin Truby is live with more on all the excitement. Hello, Devin.
Hi, Chris. Yeah, they are pumped. The city's even rebranded themselves the baseball side of the river and also play the best in the West. So we spoke with several officials about how they're prepared to take this all on.
We are and have always been the baseball side of the river.
West Sacramento Mayor Martha Guerrero officially welcoming the Athletics to Sutter Health Park in West Sacramento for the next 3 seasons. The message, the city is ready for the national stage and to host Major League Baseball permanently.
We want to make sure that we take advantage of the moment, and while the A's are here, we make sure that we put on the best show for the world, really, and I think what happens after that remains to be seen.
They are inviting the community to be part of the collaborative Play the West Way, supporting local. The city is providing the Small Business Accelerator Program grant funding.
Restaurants or other businesses to do improvements to their buildings, things like patio seating, upgrades to their interiors, signage, anything that will help them either increase capacity or make themselves more noticeable.
City officials say previously sold-out crowds and last weekend's Giants and Rivercats exhibition game shows they're ready and capable of handling MLB from a parking and public safety standpoint.
As much as we want to make the success of the A's and Rivercats a real thing, our number one priority is always going to be our residents here. And so we are concerned alongside them, and we have done a lot of the planning and working with them and communicating with them to try to mitigate any kind of concerns that they could have. And we really hope that what we've done so far and what we're willing to continue changing and evolving is going to be something that serves them well.
The city says they are thankful for the renovations to Sutter Health Park, so no matter what the future holds, the Rivercats will have an upgraded home for years to come.
The best years of the riverfront in West Sacramento are still ahead of us.
That second slogan, Play the West Way, and the A's are playing their very first game of the season tonight in Seattle against the Mariners. First pitch is at 7:10 p.m. Reporting live in West Sacramento from Sutter Health Park, Devin Truby, ABC 10.
Yeah, it's finally here, huh? We're looking forward to a great season. Devin, thank you.
And we have a whole special about what you need to know for the season that kicks off Monday. We have advice on where to park, how to get affordable tickets, and more. Just look for the special on the home screen. The ABC10 Plus TV streaming app is free to download on your TV. So let's bring in Monica now to talk about what to expect for opening day. I mean, today the spring showers made a big comeback.
The question is it going to be a washout come Monday for opening day?
It has been flipping all over the place. I'll tell you, it is a fickle forecast, and I really emphasize fickle in that statement there. We've got the low pressure system driving inland for today. Saw the gusty winds yesterday and again for today. A couple of hit and miss showers for the valley, but for the Sierra, it's a weather impact alert. When? Friday. What we're going to be tracking with the impact is going to be moderate snow, 4 to 10 inches of accumulation above 5,500 feet. A winter weather advisory in place. Prepare for those delays and need to have all that winter gear ready to go. Looking at what we're expecting for tomorrow as well is our 2024-25 water year snow survey. The fourth of the year is going to be tomorrow. Now, things are looking pretty good. We've seen ample storms coming through in March, and it looks like we're going to head into April with the same kind of promising information and storms track that we should see some more snow accumulating here. As far as our precipitation since midnight, not much totaling the rain bucket here through the Central Valley, but we picked up nearly 1/4 of an inch in Placerville, and we're starting to see the snow accumulate in the Sierra. Watch out for chain controls right now. They are screening trucks along I-80 there. As far as our highs for today, near 50 up top for the Sierra, 60s to near 70 down low. So we're in that cooler air mass, not super cold, but it's enough to get some snow going in the Sierra. Right now in the Big Mountain backyard, again, we see hit and miss showers developing through the valley. Temperatures in the low to mid 60s for the most part. Sacramento, not 50. We're going to have to calibrate that particular monitoring site there. Kings game forecast, Trailblazers tip off 7 p.m. We'll see variable clouds. I'd bring the umbrella. Here's the deal. Today, tomorrow, it's going to be real hit and miss showers for the valley. It's going to be more organized for this year, and that's why we have the weather impact alert in effect for this year. As you'll see, Friday, a big day for travel up I-80 and down the hill, up the hill all weekend long. It's going to be difficult on Friday. Saturday, it's good, but then we're right back at it on Sunday. Here comes another weather system. Now, this looks very impressive for the valley, but when we talk about totals, we're just not going to see a whole lot. The Sierra, however, will see a lot of snow, which continues into Monday, as will the rain. That's why the A's forecast, hang on to that one. Anywhere from about 1 to 2 feet of snow accumulating by the time we get to Monday night, whereas the valley, we're going to be lucky to squeeze out about 1/2 inch. The foothills, about 1 inch to 1.5 inches. All that being said, the big one is still off the coast. That is poised to hit us by the middle of next week. But again, high uncertainty, we'll keep track of it. Highs in the 40s for tomorrow in the Sierra, with 40s and 50s down the hill, near 60 as we head towards the coast. It's going to be a cool Friday and actually a cool wrap up to the month of March for us here, with unsettled weather continuing through the weekend. If you head up the hill on Saturday, be ready for chain controls likely on Sunday through early next week. Here's the on and off showers that we've been advertising, and we did put in that weather impact alert for next Wednesday and Thursday. Those are days, stay tuned. There's a lot that's been changing with that particular weather system. Where it hits, it's going to be a big one.
Oh, you make a really good point. You know, this is like a spring break time as well. A lot of people traveling and things like that. Lots to keep in the back of your mind.
So true. We want you to be safe out there. I know, Monica, you're going to keep us posted.
Certainly am.
Okay, we're back right after this.
Rusting away in an old pond in Tuolumne County is a strange piece of mining history.
No, it's not a heaping pile of metal. John Bartell here, making a little pit stop at the Tuolumne Gold Dredge in LaGrange.
If you lived in the town of LaGrange between 1933 and 1951, the sound of screeching metal would have pierced your ears the closer you approach the Tuolumne Gold Dredge.
You could hear this dredge for 20 miles away. I mean, the noise, it squeaked, it moaned, it groaned. All night long. All the people that live in this country always remember hearing the dredge.
Today, though, the sound of croaking frogs is all you'll hear as nature takes over the behemoth and historic iron machine built to extract gold from the ground.
The dredge buckets will go down in the ground 70 feet and dig and pull material up and run it through.
LaGrange Museum historian Lloyd Plout says the Tuolumne dredge was part of Franklin Roosevelt's New Deal, a 1930s-era program that put unemployed Americans back to work during the Depression.
Why did they bring this dredge here?
Well, they brought it here because the town of LaGrange had discovered a lot of gold along the river.
In an effort to put unemployed people back to work and make money, the government spent over $500,000 in 1933, or $12 million in today's money, to build the Tuolumne dredge.
Gotcha. Just a very expensive endeavor.
Well, it was a very bad governmental boondoggle, actually.
Lloyd says at the time the Tuolumne dredge was an engineering marvel. The floating structure had about a half a dozen electric motors and shovels, all processing truckloads of gold-rich soil out of a man-made pond every minute. It was a money-making machine. At least, that's what everyone thought.
There's all kinds of rumors, all kinds of guesses, but in all honesty, nobody truly knows how much gold was actually produced off of this gold dredge.
The government was pretty secretive about gold collection records. Meanwhile, the cost to run the machine only got more expensive after a dredge operator accidentally tipped over the dredge in the middle of the night.
Then it cost more to right the dredge and get it going again than they paid for it originally.
In 1951, it became too costly to operate the dredge and it was abandoned. Fortunately, though, the mountain of rock tailings left behind from the dredge were usable for another project.
It took many years later, and they used it to build the Lake Don Pedro Dam, the new Don Pedro Dam. It's a beautiful piece of engineering, but it was built with those rocks.
The Tuolumne dredge was eventually sold to a mining operation in Alaska, but that project fell through. Then Lloyd himself bought the dredge and donated it to Tuolumne County.
Why save something like this? It's a rusty piece of metal now.
That's what a lot of people said, but look at it today. It's an artifact that tells about the history that went on through the last 90 years.
Lloyd hopes that one day the dredge will become a tourist attraction, part of the LaGrange Museum. But for now, it's protected from being scrapped.
From the Tuolumne Gold Dredge in LaGrange, I'm John Bartell. Hope to see you on the back roads.
Look, we know that in news, stories are often filled with challenges and hardships, but incredible things are happening every day, from neighbors helping neighbors to inspiring acts of kindness. So each week in our segment, Champions of Hope, we're sharing stories about people making a difference, reminding all of us about the power of community. Tonight, To The Point host Alex Bell introduces us to a familiar face on the American River who might have found your phone or keys.
The American River is beautiful. You come out in this river, it is therapy for the mind. You can let the rest of the world go. And this particular spot is right where most of the people who enjoy the river, this is where they launch their rafts from.
A place of adventure during hot summer days. It's also a place where Carl Bly finds all the stuff people drop in the river. Cash, fishing poles, and lots of phones.
If somebody brings it out here on the river, they're going to lose it eventually, and we're going to find it eventually.
What started as a hobby turned into his own adventure. In 2017, he created American River Lost and Found, connecting divers and people with their lost stuff.
I have to be honest, it's an addiction. It is super fun to find things, and it's even more fun, it's the next level of fun to then find the owner of the things you find.
And it all started with...
My father is a treasure hunter, plain and simple. My father got me and my brothers and sisters into diving when we were all young, and we spent most every weekend out here on this river back in the 1970s. We would look for treasures. So my dad was really the inspiration. My father, when he found things with a name on it, he would go through the phone book and call people with the same last name, and he would take out a classified ad in the paper, and he was able to return a few things that way. Piles of sunglasses, like prescription glasses.
Carl now creating...
This box is just some of the prescription glasses, yes. And you know, we try to return these as well.
A collection of his own.
This is all of your treasure.
Yes.
Things I have to say are pretty unique. I mean, you still see people's lanyards on them. That's just incredible.
What started as a childhood adventure alongside his dad, becoming a meaningful way to connect with the community.
Lisa, if you're looking for your keys, they're right here.
I think one of the most unique things that I was not expecting to find out here were so many drones.
this drone, really would like to return this drone, and it had a memory card in there with some video, one tight shot of the owner, so we can definitely identify the owner if he knew that we had it. So that's the key. I have returned dentures before, believe it or not. It has happened. It's some conversation pieces.
Sharing his finds with over 25,000 followers on Facebook alone.
I personally find close to 100 phones a year, and other divers give me other phones to return. And last year, with the help of one particular diver, we found 157 cell phones.
In 1 year?
In 1 year.
There you have a lot of stuff. Why keep it?
That's exactly what my wife says. Why keep it? But I can wind up donating most of it. I'm always hopeful that we'll be able to return them someday. Every now and then I get a message saying, hey, you know, I know it's a long shot, but 4 years ago I lost the phone. It's so gratifying to return stuff. I can't tell you how many countless stories of people that tell me, you know, my loved ones' last videos are on this phone and I lost them, and I can't tell you how much it means to us, you know, that we returned the phone. I found a prosthetic leg one day, and I had posted about it right after I found it. It practically went viral, the posted, and by the next morning, I had made contact with the person.
But there are a few treasures he's hoping someone will recognize.
If you know anybody who lost a ring just like this one, then I'd sure like to return it.
Sometimes his adventures turn into rescues.
You guys deserve a medal. You just saved my life, actually.
Through every dive and every item returned, he's not just finding lost stuff.
He would love it, being able to find things and return them.
He's keeping his father's legacy alive in the currents of the river they both loved.
When I'm out here on the river, I have distinct memories of my father finding certain things in certain places in the river, and I can still hear his voice yelling out, you know, there's a gold dredge down here in the water. I remember that one. It was just right down the way here. Spending time on this river, I feel like I'm still spending time with him.
Well, we know there are so many more stories waiting to be told. So if you know someone making a difference, we'd love to hear about it. Please share a story by emailing us at tothepoint@abc10.com. Together, we can keep spreading positivity one story at a time.
Take you back now to a place called The Grove in Sacramento.
This is a tiny cabin community, and it's meant to provide housing for transitional youth. ABC10's Marcus Allen has been out there all morning. He's telling us more about when these homes will be ready and the impact it's having on the community. Hey, Mark.
Blown away by these homes, by the way. They are ready. They've already been inhabited by several people, 50 units, a waiting list to get in. Once you get in, if you're 18 to 24, they help you transition with a whole wraparound program. And today and through April 4th, they're beautifying them, making them even better. How's that happening? Let's talk to Joseph Pacheco. You are the executive director. When I say wraparound, you're not just putting a Band-Aid on it, give them temporary housing. You are fixing the problem. How?
No, this project, young people can come in here who are experiencing homelessness. We give them full wraparound services. This is one of the most successful homeless service programs in the region. With our 50 beds, we housed 108 people last year.
Amazing.
And we're excited about it.
Amazing. Kaylee, you've seen success stories. How do people find you? There are people watching right now saying, oh my goodness, I know someone who needs this.
Yes, they can call 211, dial 8, and have a shelter referral done and get in here.
And also, we'll put all that information up. We'll link it. Angela Bolitnikoff, I got to give you a hug, my friend.
Hello.
Way back. She and her husband, Fred Bolitnikoff, NFL great, Raider Nation. You've saved a lot of lives, and this is just an extension of what the Bolitnikoff Foundation does.
Oh, we are so proud to partner up with Homemade Sacramento. The Bolitnikoff Foundation has adopted one of the cabins. We'll be in there today, painting, rejuvenating things, and just making it a beautiful place.
It is a beautiful place. And Amber, I see you glowing over here. You have been bouncing off the walls. You're so excited about what's happening. Just talk about the joy.
This is a passion project. So for nearly 30 years now, Homemade Sacramento has been in existence. And through those 30 years, the building industry has come together to do projects individually. But for this one day, or these couple of weeks, for the first time, 32 builders will come together, and I couldn't imagine a better example of how the building industry just steps up for the community.
Absolutely. Give yourselves a big round of applause when we say it takes a village right there. Hold on. Lightning round before we end up. Just see some of the residents. Samaj, you're graduating from this program. You lived here. It worked. What do you want to do with the rest of your life?
I just want to keep excelling and give other people
the power and the wisdom to, step up and do stuff like this. If you need help, come to a program, get help. This is a very good place if you want to excel in life.
Yeah, what's a career in cosmetology? So if you got the hookup, find me, I'll find her, I'll help her out. And this young man, sir, introduce yourself.
My name is Rayvon.
And now say hi to your mom, because I know somewhere out there she's watching right now.
Oh, hey, Mom.
All right, so, this place gave you a home when there was a time you didn't have a home. You're leaving today to do what?
I'm going to Yosemite National Park.
That's awesome. What are you going to do?
Housekeeping.
So this kind of worked out for you, right?
Yes.
I see a keyboard back there. Are you a musician?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, camera guy Don's a music producer, so I'll hook you guys up too.
Oh, yeah, sounds good.
Congratulations, man.
Yes, sir.
You're doing it. And also
Appreciate
just keep shining that beautiful light, because you're showing that that's a success story. You're making the world a better place by showing other people hope.
Yes, sir.
All right. Let's get out of his face. He needs to pack up and leave. All right, we're walking. This is going to be going on for the next few days and weeks. If you want to be a part of it, maybe you can help out. Maybe you know someone who can build planters, or maybe you know someone who can install flooring or concrete. They could use you. And if you want to help out those that are already helping out, I'm going to link all the information. Back to you.
Other than your fine tour today, which is uplifting and awesome, how do the kids who are out there that need a place like this find out about that? Word doesn't always travel the way it needs to, right?
Yeah, I want to try to give you the simplest answer possible. If people want to find you, there are so many different entities that are reaching out. But worst case scenario, 211?
211, dial 8. That's your best way to get into shelter.
There you go. 211,
Just
dial
like that.
8. If you're watching or know someone right now.
All right, good luck to all the graduates of the program there. It looks like they're cosmetology
That's right.
and Yosemite housekeeping. It's all looking good. All right, Mark, thank you.
Thanks so much for watching ABC 10 Plus tonight. We're here 24/7 on the free ABC 10 Plus TV streaming app. You can get your local news and weather anytime, anywhere. I'm Laura Painter. Take care, and we'll see you next time.
Thanks for watching ABC 10 Plus. And now that you're here, why don't we take a look around and see what else is here? The very first tile on your left is always going to be streaming 24/7. You can find us adjacent to that, breaking news if it's there. And then right next to that, a replay of the most recent newscast. Whether it's ABC 10 Morning News at 5, 6, or beyond, it's going to be there. The forecast beyond that, and then right beyond that, the news that matters the most. Now that you know the basic tiles, let's go up to the top and take a deeper dive into news. We have every single newscast that you would need, including To the Point with Alex Bell, taking a deeper dive into the issues. Beyond that, ABC 10 Morning News at 5 and 6 and 11, the evening shows as well. Below that, you can watch the top stories from To the Point. Under that, Dollars and Cents, where you can learn how to navigate this challenging economy. And below that, you can watch our award-winning ABC 10 Special Investigations, where we hold the powerful accountable. Going into weather, look, it's the 10-day forecast, getting you ready for the weekend and beyond. Beyond that, sports. I know you care about the Sacramento Kings. We have the most comprehensive guide to anything, everything Kings in the locker room and on the court. We have it. Below that, I know you care about the San Francisco 49ers. We can't mention Bay Sports without talking about the Oakland A's. We have that too. Backing out again, come up to the top and join me on Verify. I'm super excited about this. Our experts are checking the facts, verifying the truth for you. Jump up now to shows. Very excited about this. Oh, look. It's Take a Look. This is my show. I love movies, and if you love movies or streaming shows, whether it's on screens this big, or this big, it's Take a Look. Recently went behind the scenes, sat down with Lady Gaga and Joaquin Phoenix to talk about Joker 2. I love the movie, and oh, I just heard you shout you hate the movie. Jump in, we talk about it on this show. Other shows, Bartell's Backroads, go up and down the state of California, tank of gas getaways, one fuel cell getaway, like places like the Toy Museum. This is what kids did before they had screens. Over here, the Moaning Caverns of Calaveras County, one of the most coveted caves in all of California. You know, watching this show, I discovered there's a cave that could fit the entire Statue of Liberty in your own backyard. You'll find about that and more with Bartell's Backroads. Down below that, To the Point. It is one of my favorite newscasts because they talk about news with Alex Bell the way you talk about news. It's conversational, but in-depth at the same time. Below that, Your California Life. Love this show. Whether it's entertainment, food, beverage, lifestyle, it's there. Desiree Shepherd hosts and does an amazing job. So there you have it. It's ABC 10 Plus, the app. What do you need? We heard you and we got it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for streaming.